Chip maker Nvidia reported earnings for the latest quarter, smashing Wall Street expectations yet again. The company has become synonymous now with artificial intelligence and rode that boom to an annual revenue of more than $130 billion. As you see on your screen, that's an increase of 114% from the previous year. So what's the bottom line? What does it mean for you and your wallet? CBS News MoneyWatch correspondent Kelly O'Grady is here, back in Studio 57 to talk more about this. And I'm going to expose you because you said this is your favorite topic. You called herself an Nvidia nerd during our editorial meeting yesterday. But help folks who aren't as nerdy about this understand why it's so important and what it tells us about the larger economy.
Okay, so this AI is set to revolutionize nearly every industry, more so than the internet revolution. And Nvidia sits at the center of that because it builds the hardware that powers AI. So I'm talking about semiconductor chips. You've probably heard of that before. And I don't care if you're a chatbot or you're a robot, it requires these very complex computations. And so those chips that Nvidia builds powers, just call it math, essentially. And so Nvidia really owns that market. They made a bet nearly 2 decades ago. They made a strategic shift, and they said AI is the future. They could have been wrong. They went all in, but now they don't really have any meaningful competitors, so they own that.
And because they own that, and because Wall Street seems to love them, help people understand why its earnings is crucial to the overall economy and people's 401ks.
Okay, so the AI hype, that is really what drives the market. And so if Nvidia says, hey, in their earnings call, there's a lot of demand for our chips, that means that investors say, oh, well, there's demand for the building blocks of AI. That means the AI boom is alive and well. And so the 401k piece comes into it because Nvidia was responsible for over 20% of the S&P 500's returns last year. A lot of 401k funds, they're invested in index funds that track the S&P 500. So if Nvidia does well, that means big tech stocks do well. That means your 401k does well because the S&P is doing well. And obviously vice versa. If Nvidia doesn't do well, then you could see some of that come down.
Pulled back. It's really important to understand this. So as people look at every article and headline about artificial intelligence, this is the company that builds the bare bones of that software. And we're getting a taste, I guess, of what AI could be via Amazon announcing a new type of Alexa. What can you tell us about that?
Okay, so yesterday they came out with this revamped Alexa. It's called Alexa Plus, and it's powered by AI. So think about that, what we just talked about. It's powered by similar chips that we just talked about. So Alexa, a lot more conversational tone. It's not going to be that halting, you know, hey, Alexa, and it's very conversational. You can have a conversation with her. They're also trying to lean into knowing your preferences and turn that into action. So let's say you were looking up a reservation or something for a hotel or a restaurant. Alexa will now say, hey, you know, Errol, I can book that for you if you want. They're really trying to become the personal assistant and lean into the fact that they have a whole ecosystem with Prime, with the Ring camera, with Alexa in your home.
So really marrying all of the offerings from Amazon in one simple device. You can be hard to impress. Were you impressed by their offering?
I have to try it out.
Very nice. Very appropriate reaction. Got to see it first, right?
Exactly.
That was the sales pitch yesterday. Kelly O'Grady, always great to have you. Thanks so much.